Sorry about that, guys. My computer messed up, so I'm gonna have to post 2 videos today, which I'll just do later. Um, but I have the e.l.f. Power Grip, the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and the Neutrogena. When the first video is posted, you will understand why I'm doing this, and the Neutrogena. Alright. So my face is pretty dry now, so we're going into the e.l.f. Power Grip, which hopefully is used today. Still pretty sticky. Not as bad now, though we're close to the end. I'm close to the end of the 2. I would put sunscreen on today, but I'm not gonna be outside much. I'm gonna be mostly inside. So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna let this. You're gonna hear a noise really quick. So I'm gonna put this on my neck too, just so I can use it up today. Feel it. Now it's done and over with, and I have my box over here. So that's 2 e.l.f. products used up. So got 3 more before we can say cut back on the e.l.f. products in the videos. Okay, so next primer. This is an all over primer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze it onto my face like this. I'm still using my finger. Blend it in like so. And then I'm gonna take the e.l.f. brush. So this is a nice primer. So this is this also keeps me pretty matte throughout the day. Like I don't really have to worry about being completely matte because I also have dry skin. Like it's a combo, so it's oily and dry. I don't have to really worry about being completely matte. Just really in my T-zone, but it does keep me matte everywhere. So it's like if oil does kind of slide through, because sometimes it seeps out and then it comes off. And I'll go towards my dry areas. It keeps me matte there too. So nice primer. I still have my box here beside me in case I use up any more makeup during this tutorial. Nice. It looks like I just need the redness correcting primer right here. On the other side, so my other cheek. And when this brush gets clean, it's no longer a for the e.l.f. poreless primer. It's just gonna be for this primer. Oh, down the bridge of my nose. Okay, I gotta hurry up. Alright. So, foundation. The Alma Beauty Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. Concealers, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And the L'Oreal. I'm going to use this brush and this sponge. And I have the shade Fair Lady T6 and the foundation. I'm not doing underpainting because of where I'm using a flat head. Flat top foundation brush. Like, yes, you want your foundation to match the rest of your body, but this is the only actual foundation that I have. And I forgot a sponge too. So we're gonna use this sponge that has a bunch of different things. Oh. I feel like this is gonna get really cakey and really heavy by the end of the day. And I'm not prepared for it at all. So we're going into the L'Oreal. I'm gonna leave my bed a mess for now until I get home. And now we're going into the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. And we're going to put it on the places I'm highlighting. And I have the shade 110. In this. Trust me, it works. Alright. So now we're going to go into contour. Here. Which is the Rimmel London, figured out how to say it. Rimmel London Stay Matte Concealer in the shade Espresso. Which, like I said, I don't really need. I'm using my e.l.f. contouring brush. Like I said, I don't really need to stay matte in this part of my face. But it helps just in case, you know, oil tries to break through and it kind of spreads. So it has happened before. So this is also a great concealer as a contour. I haven't tried it as a under eye concealer yet. Which would be a great idea because honestly, I do need something that's going to keep me matte under there too because that's part of my T-zone and it gets really oily underneath my eyes. Which is funny. Underneath my eyes gets really oily. On the top of my lids, they're really dry. I realize I'm having crumble skin. Thank the gods! Alright, so now we're going to go into the e.l.f. Halo Glow. Still a little bit of the e.l.f. Halo Glow. Why do I always get too much out. That's how much it squirts out, and just. Anyways, the reason I said thank the gods, my fiance is thinking that he's gonna be home in time before his dad picks me up. I do not get along with his dad anymore. I used to. And then, like, he literally, when I was, like, little, I used to, but then when me and my fiance, Tyler, started getting, started dating, sorry, when we started dating, he started hating me and all this and that, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be around you anymore. I'm just gonna completely ignore you. And, yeah. And then I told him that my dad had told me last week that me and him, me and my fiance, can start trying for kids after the wedding. He's like, no, that's too soon. Your dad's wrong. Your dad's not smart. And I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, and your son's not getting any younger. I'm like, by the time you want us to have kids, your son's gonna be in his 40s. Which, he don't want to have one. Start having them past 35. He wants to start having them now and maybe have one after 35. Which, I'll only be 25. So. My nose itches. He goes, well, you guys are stupid. I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking, might want to watch it. Because he is close to losing his privileges of seeing the kids. Mine and my fiance's future kids. Because, oh, there was one night he called me petty. So I didn't want to have Nicole and my mom, Nicole, in my kid's life. Because that's petty. And I go, no, it's not. So I would rather not have drugs and alcohol around my kids. He goes, well, that excludes me. I'm like, no, it doesn't, because you're in that alcohol category. So, oh, and then another thing he said is, he told me, well, I told him that my dad thought that there was a really bad accident on, where I live, and my dad thought it was me and my fiance's dad. My fiance's dad was like, he's never gonna get that lucky. He might get lucky with only you, but he's never gonna get that lucky with me. I'm like, rude? But yeah, so it's like, And then he's making it to where if me and my fiance ever fights about who get in a fight, can't sell the house, it goes to the kids. And I'm like, yeah, and those kids will sell it, so it's better to just let us. So, that's funny. But yeah, it's really funny. So, I went into the L'Oreal cheer match uh, thing for highlight, but it was really funny. He's just done with his dad and everything. And I don't blame the poor guy. And then he tells Tyler, which is my fiance, that even after me and Tyler get married, that he was supposed to be the first priority, and me and the kids second. He goes, no, for the comments you've been making, and for the comments A, for the comments you've been making, and for B, the way you've been treating her, you can be dead last. He goes, what does that mean? He goes, her and the kids, her, my brothers, her dad, her family, and then my mom's side of the family, your side of the family, and then you. I started laughing, and then I felt okay. This is the only time I felt bad, and it was only for a few seconds. I felt bad for him, and it was only a few seconds too. There was one. There's one time my Tyler's dad had went and asked Tyler what would he do if he had passed away. He goes, my bills don't get any cheaper. And then he goes, well then what if it was the roles were reversed and their dad, my dad was the one that passed away. He goes, I'd be pretty upset, but I'd put on a strong face for her. I started laughing. I'm like, I'm sorry. And Bob's like, which is my fiance's dad, Bob, was like, don't laugh. I'm like, I'm sorry, that was pretty funny. I'm like, wow. He's more close. He's always been. My fiance's always been closer to my dad than he has his. So like, it wasn't surprising. It was just funny that he actually said it to his dad. And then started laying down the rules and everything. And then my dad let me and him calling it stupid. I'm like, technically, it's not my dad's choice. That's not your choice. That's nobody's choice. It's mine and Tyler's when we want to start, and you're gonna like it. Like, cause you're already close to losing privileges to the kids. He goes, no, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you are. I'm like, ask Tyler. And he gets to the bar. And he asks. And Tyler goes, yeah, you are. Because I'm done with your bullshit. I'm like, damn. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. That's funny. I'm like, no, that's funny. That is fucking funny. Yeah, he said it like that too. He's like, I'm done with your bullshit. He's like, Bob's like, what bullshit? I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm trying to get into our relationship, trying to control when we can have kids, trying to say you're gonna control our parenting when we do have kids. Because I've never said that. I'm like, bitch, he was right there. You made sure it was loud enough for him to hear it when you've said this. So, don't try that. And what was funny is one of the people at the bar was like, "Yeah, we heard it too." Damn. They're like, you're trying to get in the middle of their relationship because you don't like the fact that you're dead last now. I'm like, he's always been trying to get into our relationship since we started dating. He even was like, oh, granted, he didn't know that we were dating, but he even tries and sits there and has my fiance go, "Oh, isn't this person cute? Isn't this girl cute?" He's like, "Dad, I'm dating someone." And then when he found out he was dating, everything was okay until we got engaged. Once we got engaged, he feels like we're rushing it and everything, and I'm like, no, we're not. I'm like, we've already waited 2 years at the point that um we're getting married. So no, we're not rushing it. And he goes, well, I would have waited 2 years after that. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, at that point, me and Tyler's not getting married at all. He goes, why? I'm like, because if you don't agree with the date and you try to make us change it, we're just going to elope, for one. Or for two, we're just not going to get married at all because it's either the date we set it or not at all. No, then there was one time he told me he doesn't want Tyler to have kids because he's not going to be the dad he's going to be. I'm like, you're damn right. He's not going to be the dad you were. I'm like, you were a pretty shitty dad because all you thought was important was alcohol. I'm like, Tyler Johnny the jerk. So, yeah, he's not going to be the same dad you were. Sorry, I've known the guy since I was 3 years old. And I'm not. Like I said, me and him don't get along anymore. I'm going into the e.l.f. Uh, Primer Infused Bronzer and Forever Sun Kiss. I don't have time. So I'm gonna try to upload these as soon as possible. Like sometime today. I'm gonna do a little bit of my forehead. Oh, oh, who knows? I'm taking an angled crease brush from Equal Tools and my nose too. Inner corner highlight really quick. So I only used one product up today, which is, fine. And I'm going into this more cream shade of highlight. Or no, sorry, with the wreck thing, I remember what it was. It was, he's not gonna get that lucky with me, but hopefully he gets that lucky with you. Just saying that he hopes that I get in a car accident. I turned around and I'm like, I hope you get into a car accident and die. He's like, Tyler, did you hear what she said? He goes, yeah, and I wish the same thing. I'm like, oops. It was funny though. Alright, so I hope you like this video. Shit, I gotta set it. Sorry. And it's just the elf setting spray I always use. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye!